This is CBC Here and Now.
If the causeway had been built back in the day, it would have been a lot more cheaper than what it would be today.
With the community of Little Bay Islands ceasing to exist next month, here on Long Island, there are some questions about that ferry. The Hazel McIsaac will talk to the mayor of Long Island.
He always said, everybody got a life story, Mom, and everybody's life story needs to be shared.
And tonight we are sharing his story. Jonathan Murphy was killed in a workplace accident 8 months ago. What went wrong, and how is this Flat Rock man being remembered? Good evening and welcome to Here and Now. I'm Anthony Germain. Well, the sun is setting on Little Bay Islands. The school, the clinic, the stores, all closed. Here and Now is going to bring you stories from Notre Dame Bay this week as the few remaining people of Little Bay Islands pack up and resettle. Tonight, Garrett Barry brings you the story of the Oxford family.
Where do you even start?
You get up a lot of things over a lifetime, and now you don't need it.
87 years here in Little Bay Islands to fit in these boxes.
Not how we're happy about it, but it's not easy to leave your home where you grew up to and spend a lifetime.
Come the new year, the island will be cut off. No ferry, no power, and for the first time in almost forever, no Wince Oxford.
Oh yes, I'll miss it. No place like it to me, for me now.
You know, like you said, now you got to go with the flow.
He does want to return.
Come spring, if I live, I'll be back around again.
His partner doesn't quite share the feeling. Are you going to miss this place at all, though?
Well, I won't miss it for the guards, the ferry, when the government tells you when to go and stop. We've been there days when the ferry wouldn't come across.
And others agree, though not many of them are still here to say so.
Well, they didn't want to go with his son Resettlement for.
For a community in rural Newfoundland, Little Bay Islands is pretty big. There's lots and lots of buildings here. And Uncle Wince, as he's known, remembers when it was even bigger, with a handful of stores and businesses and the fishery. There's lots of memories here.
There was once hundreds.
I never ever thought, because we'd see a dead community here, no. When I was young, it was pretty busy.
But now, just a few. One couple plans to spend the winter. Others may return next summer to visit the place they've left behind. But it won't be the same.
Here started this fellow going and someone else going, and when you look around, you drive around the community, you don't see very many lights see now anyway. She's pretty well dead now.
And they'll be next. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. But someday soon, Uncle Wince will board the Little Bay Islands ferry for the last time. Garrett Barry, CBC News, Little Bay Islands.
Well, that ferry, the Hazel McIsaac, has just come from Little Bay Islands, and as you know, Little Bay Islands is going to cease to exist next month, and that raises some concerns here on Long Island, and the mayor of Long Island, Wilson Slade, joins me now. Thanks for coming on Here and Now.
You're welcome.
So what are the issues with respect to this ferry?
The issues right now with respect to the ferry is going to be the scheduling when Little Bay Islands when they're finished over Little Bay Islands, and we're looking to get a different schedule on what it is now, because the schedule right now is not going to work for us, right?
Right. Well, what's wrong with the schedule right now?
Well, the hours, like the time between the runs with the ferry, like we got maybe 2 or 3 hours in some runs. We want less of a gap so we can get more trips.
Right. Now, the fact that Little Bay Islands is not going to exist anymore, does that mean the ferry is freed up more, or does it mean that maybe the government will say we're going to change the ferry completely?
Well, we don't know what the government is going to say, because there's a lot of stuff, right? But we got a nice few people that travels here on this island, and when it comes to emergencies, it's going to be better because she's going to be here now all the time, right? Right. So that's going to be a benefit.
You know, Mr. Slade, from some outsiders' point of view, these ferries, very expensive vessels. You have a population of what, about 160 people? Mm-hmm. You know the argument about saving money and all that. There was a time where people here thought that a causeway, I mean, it's not that long. I mean, it's a 5-minute ride, right? Is that idea circulating again?
Well, it has, but still, there's still in the people's minds on this island, right? we have talked about it,
Right.
like when Little Bay Island's going, that we would look into see what the government's going to do when it comes to a causeway. If we're not paying for a ferry, well then the money can go towards the cost of the causeway. This ferry been there now, I think, going on close to 10 years. So you're looking at, if you're spending $3-4 million a year on a ferry, so 10 years, that's $40 million.
Right, so I guess had a causeway been built,
If the causeway been built back in the day, it would have been a lot more cheaper than what it would be today, because we had studied on back a long time ago, and this government still never looked at it. The political will was not there to do it.
right. Now, over time, final question for you. Do you think that Long Island will ever do what Little Island?
Well, that's something I don't know, right? But right now, I don't think so, right? I don't think that's in the people's minds now, is leaving Long Island and right for resettlement. That's not in the minds of people here on this island.
Well, Mr. Slade, I appreciate your time. It's not exactly a great day, so I'll let you go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be bringing you stories from Notre Dame Bay throughout the week on Here and Now. Resettlement, of course, controversial. It might make financial sense from the outside, but for those who feel they were forced to leave and didn't get any compensation and others did, well, there's bitterness, division, and sadness. So don't miss our special series this week, what we're calling Leaving Little Bay Islands.
Joining money for the banks and the Holy Earth Chamber Choir.
Singing for the season, these young people were on the streets of St. John's today rapping Christmas carols. More from our Feed NL campaign.
Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Certainly getting into winter spirit. This was a scene in Lab West today. Blustery and whiteout conditions out there. 49 centimeters of snow has fallen in Wabush since Saturday. Now, a little bit of a different story on the west coast as far as those wind and waves go. This is the scene in Trout River on the edge of Gross Mourne. Wild winds and waves today combined with high tide just whipping the coastline. As you can see there, the boardwalk along the harbor is being pummeled. And those storm surges are expected to continue tonight with waves between 5 to 8 meters. And in Corner Brook, very different than yesterday. Take a look at that. It was pretty much spring yesterday. Today, poor visibility. Some of these snow squalls will bring upwards of 30 centimeters of snow, and those students on the west coast got to stay home today. So definitely a different story. You can see on the satellite radar with those snow squalls all the way towards the Avalon as well. And that's going to continue as we head through the night tonight. We can thank some onshore winds for that. Strong winds, a number of warnings in place right now. Wind warnings, no surprise, for the south coast, the Avalon up through Bonavista as well. And then we've got those blizzard conditions and snow squall watches for the majority of the island. Then up through Labrador, we're still hanging on to those winter storm warnings, anticipating that those will end as we start to get into a ridge of high pressure. But I'll have all those details coming up.
Thanks, Ashley. An Air Canada plane had to divert to St. John's this afternoon after an emergency. This flight was headed from Casablanca to Montreal, but had a mechanical issue and had to make an emergency landing. It landed safely in St. John's this afternoon, and after an inspection from emergency crews, it arrived at the terminal. Air Canada is planning to send another aircraft in this evening to pick up the stranded passengers. A serial sex offender in St. John's will be spending the next several months behind bars. Matthew Twine was sentenced this morning in St. John's Provincial Court for exposing himself again. It's the 7th time he's been convicted for an indecent act. He exposed himself to 2 women walking around Long Pond near Memorial University. And 3 days earlier, Twine was placed on conditions to stay away from the campus. For the better part of 15 years, Twine has consistently reoffended. That included a pair of violent assaults. He was sentenced to 18 months minus 3 months for time already served. Well, if you've ordered a gift online, you're going to want to pay some attention to this. You might recall last week we told you about a growing trend: thieves stealing holiday courier packages that were delivered right to your doorstep. And in this province, the police say it's a crime that is being underreported. Cease Hare has more.
It's a doorstep disappearing act. Those presents and packages ordered online for delivery vanishing before you can see them. It's a pricey magic act.
It was a $485 computer processor, actually, so he would have been in a big loss, yeah.
It happened at Jillian O'Rourke's house a few weeks ago in Mount Pearl. Her brother was backing into the driveway and came face to face with the thief.
He pulled into the driveway, he backed in, and he hit something, and he was really concerned. He hopped out really fast, and he seen a package next to his car. And anyways, he went to go behind the car. He said maybe he hit a cat or something, so he was freaking out, and a man popped up behind him. And anyways, the man darted down the lawn.
Online shopping is big in O'Rourke's house, and she's frustrated with drivers leaving packages and walking away.
So yesterday I was actually home. There was cars in the park, in the driveway and everything, and he just came up, laid it on the doorstep and left. I opened the door while he was leaving. He was like, "Oh, we don't bother to knock," and then just left.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, yeah. So it's not just like a one-time thing, it's constant.
The RNC knows deliveries are disappearing. Yes, it's a crime, but a crime that's underreported.
You look at social media, Facebook, there's stories of, thefts from doorsteps. So we do ask the public, even if it's suspicious activity in your neighborhood this time of year, report these incidents to the police so we can follow up. Certainly any thefts from doorsteps, report it to us so we can collect that data and, put resources in the right places.
So how do you protect the package you ordered? The RNC suggests you let your neighbors or family members know you're expecting a package or have it delivered where you are during business hours. Cease Hare, CBC News, St. John's.
Well, Saturday night was not easy for hundreds of holiday partiers in St. John's. All those parties mixed with good old sloppy Avalon weather and a shortage of taxis, well, that made getting home a bit of a Christmas miracle. Here now's Terry Roberts reports.
By Monday morning, downtown cleans up nice. Christmas scenes on every corner. But for hundreds of Saturday night's partygoers, getting home was no fun.
Very high level of frustration.
That's because there weren't many of these to be had.
So taxi shortages after the bars close on the weekend in downtown St. John's are not unusual. But what made the situation especially difficult on Sunday morning is the fact that it was raining heavily. The ground was covered in wet slush, so shelters like this one were in high demand.
They were huddled in underneath the business, waiting for cabs. There were no cabs to be seen, and a lot of people explaining they had been waiting for a while.
Not the kind of image bar employees want for the downtown. And one woman's story summed up the situation.
Her hair was wet, and she said, I'm not going downtown again. We want people to be able to enjoy themselves, and we want them to be able to get a taxi home, not encourage drinking and driving, of course, and it is upsetting for the business.
Clark and her fellow employees had to push their way out the door after closing time.
So this area is a common place for shelter, and when we were leaving here at 4 o'clock in the morning, it was packed with people waiting for a taxi.
Someone else in Mount Pearl on 12.
So what's going on? Two factors.
The number of taxis available in St. John's has dropped off significantly in the last year or so, largely because of the insurance issue. Some of the owner-operators, the little guys, haven't been able to stay in the business.
Insurance rates for a taxi used to be in the $4,000 range. That's now soared to more than 3 times that amount.
It's only the bigger operators that can afford to stay.
And of course, it's party season. With so many year-end socials, demand will outstrip availability.
We had about 12 or more Saturday night, everywhere from Clovelly Golf Course all the way out to Glendenning and Mount Pearl, and anywhere from a dozen people to several hundred.
There are nearly 370 taxi licenses issued by the city, but the actual number of active taxis is much lower and shrinking.
Your taxi insurance is where it should be. You'll have a lot more brokers, you'll have a lot more people working.
So if you're heading out, plan ahead or plan to deal with this.
People out in the middle of the road flagging you down like you're a taxi.
Terry Roberts, CBC News, St. John's.
A chorus of young voices could be heard throughout downtown St. John's today as members of the Holy Heart High School Choir sang their hearts out. Every year around this time, the students go to the downtown area to help others during this festive season.
This has kind of become an annual tradition for us here at Holy Heart. just before we get out for Christmas break, we take our talents on the road and we head downtown, and for 1 hour we divide into 3 different groups, and people sing up and down the street, and we are raising money. This year we're raising money for the Warm Hearts Feed NL campaign.
Donate money for food banks and the Holy Heart Chamber Choir.
The best thing that we do is that we sing, so we decided to kind of take our talents out of the school and do some busking, and it was a great way, we thought, to give back to the community. And so often as a choir we're often fundraising for different events that we do, be it trips or travel or music or whatever, but we found that this was a great way for our students to be able to give back to the community and raise some money to make some food hampers.
This is my 3rd year doing it now, and we just have a really good time. It's like spreading the Christmas joy along with our carograms that we're doing on Wednesday.
So do you ever walk past someone and they're having a terrible day and then you just see the joy light up in their faces?
Yeah, it's hard to walk past someone without just feeling joy, especially when they're singing Christmas music. And not to brag, but we're a pretty good choir, and I think that our sound really brings joy to the community.
It's a blitz. It's a 1 hour, so we're back in class at 1, and it's just a 1 hour blitz, and whatever money we can raise in that 1 hour, that's what we do, and it works really well, and it's a little bit of competition between each of the little groups that we have out there, who can raise the most money. It was really important for them to do this event, and any talk of me saying, well, maybe this year we're really busy, I don't know if we're going to get a chance, it was met with, oh no sir, we have to get downtown, we have to do our busking, it's a tradition, we have to. So.
70,000 twinkling lights. It's a holiday feast for the eyes here at the Botanical Garden in St. John's. It's the annual Merry and Bright Festival, and we'll take you on a tour coming up.
Welcome back to the program. First, we start with breaking news.
Temperatures are dropping into the minus single digits.
Time now to check in with our Carolyn Stokes.
It is just packed with people.
The company says it's picking up salmon.
Looks like an absolutely gorgeous afternoon.
All right, now, good to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we decorated
Decorated
everything
beautifully.
You go, right? But before we get your forecast, let's talk a bit about what's happening in Trout River today. How about that?
Yeah, blizzards are walloping the island's west coast. In Trout River, there's some flooding, damage along the harbor, and a local business owner says that this is as bad as it's ever been.
The railing and the walkway of the boardwalk is getting destroyed. And if the wall, there's a retaining wall underneath the boardwalk. So if that retaining wall goes, there will be major destruction here on the waterfront. I'm just talking to some local people. Nobody have ever seen it this bad before.
No, that's saying something too, because it has been bad before. So if they're saying it's not, this is the worst they've seen it, that's quite something in Trout River. Anyhow, keep our fingers crossed, hope things get a little bit better. But obviously, when you look at that, kapow, that's a lot of power.
Yeah, and overnight tonight, a special weather statement was just issued from Environment Canada along the west coast, especially obviously west-facing areas. Could see 5 to 8 meter waves tonight, and then combine that with high tide. Yeah, it's definitely not over.
All right, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, where shall we start?
Let's start with temperatures. It was kind of a chilly day today, much different than what we saw. I know, yesterday was tropical.
Short sleeves.
Absolutely. Beautiful afternoon for most of us in the teens. Seeing temperatures in the teens broke a bunch of records as well today. Very different story. Like I said a little bit earlier, the Corner Brook area, really on the west coast, you went from spring essentially directly to winter with some blizzard conditions. So here's a look at your temperatures right now. 1 degree, or at least your highs for today. 1 degree for Corner Brook, 5 in St. John's, and then the coolest air is through Lab City. We're still sitting with temperatures around minus 12. Wind chills overnight are going to be significantly less than that, and we can thank those winds for that. So here's another look at that satellite. You can see those streams of the snow squalls, and they're even making their way towards the Avalon as well. We're seeing on and off snow squalls, and that will generally continue as we get into that snow squall, really ramp up that snow squall activity as we head through the night tonight. And then staying a little bit unsettled up through Labrador as well. Those strong winds combined with that snow and those cool temperatures, especially in the west coast, western portions rather, of the Big Land. That's where you're seeing those winter storm watches, or winter storm warnings rather. Blizzard warnings along the west coast. Snow squall watches will remain in effect for most of the night tonight. As we head towards the Avalon, those windy conditions, if you haven't been outside, you certainly heard the wind. We're seeing winds anywhere from 80 to 100 kilometers per hour overnight tonight. And then again, those winter storm warnings for Lab West and Churchill Falls. So here's what the difference between a blizzard and a winter storm warning. Now we're seeing those two. The thing really is the visibility. So if you've got visibility less than 400 meters for more than 4 hours, a blizzard warning will be issued. Otherwise, it will more than likely be a winter storm warning. So major snowfall anywhere from 25 centimeters in 24 hours, and then some freezing rain even, strong winds, and then blowing snow or extreme cold warning. So once we meet those criteria, that's when Environment Canada will issue those warnings. And again, it's the visibility that really plays a role in there. So blizzard conditions expected again to continue along the west coast tonight. Those winds around 80 kilometers per hour. Temperatures sitting in the minus single digits for most of us tonight, minus 6 for St. Anthony. And up through Labrador, the coldest air will be for Lab City. You're going to drop down to about minus 22 tonight. Those wind chills, thanks to these west-northwesterlies, upwards of feeling closer to minus 38. So certainly, I can't imagine you would go outside, but if you have to, make sure that you're bundled up. Tomorrow, along the west coast, going to continue with this onshore snow squall activity through the afternoon. The majority of us should actually see a break in the clouds tomorrow afternoon. Then we're going to continue to see some snow for coastal Labrador as we get back into that onshore flow. But those temperatures hovering pretty similar to what we've seen today, minus 3, or at least cooler really. Minus 3 for St. John's, minus 4 for Clarenville, but those winds going to continue to stay strong. We're not really going to see any relief until Wednesday for the island as far as those winds go. Grand Falls winds are looking at minus 5 tomorrow. Slight chances some flurries moving through. Some of those squalls might make it there. Otherwise, a few breaks in those clouds, continuing with the strong winds and snow squalls again along the west coast. You will more than likely see anywhere from 20 to 30 centimeters in some of these squalls. By the time that rolls around. -18 for Lab City. Strong winds continue for you. And Happy Valley Goose Bay, you're looking at about -9. So let's look at your forecast for tomorrow. Looking ahead, again, we'll see a little bit of a relief, but I'll have all those details coming up.
All right, well, it's time to check in with Carolyn Stokes now, who is live at the Botanical Garden. Tonight, it's looking pretty festive there, as you saw earlier, although perhaps a bit cold.
It is cold and it is windy, but that hasn't stopped a whole lot of people from coming out here tonight. You can't really tell, but this place is pretty much packed with people this evening. Gorgeous views, gorgeous scenes. So much work went into all of this. Joining me now to talk more about that is Kim Shipp, the director of the Botanical Gardens. So tell me about this festival.
Well, this is our 4th year and we're pretty excited about it. It took us about 7 weeks to prepare for our kickoff on December 3rd.
So what did you have to do to prepare?
String a lot of lights.
How many lights?
There's a little over 70,000 lights here.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
So 7 weeks, so just staff, volunteers took all that time to put all of this together.
Pretty much nonstop, yes, yes.
So what can people see if they come here?
Well, we have about 12 outdoor rooms, a little over a kilometer of a winter walk.
Okay. And how big is it? Like, how long does it take to walk through and see everything?
We recommend about 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, yeah.
Okay. And what other things can people do while they're here? I think I saw a sign saying that there's hot chocolate.
There's, of course, hot chocolate, and we often have choirs most evenings. And you can linger by the bonfire, of course, which is everybody's favorite. And we have a greenhouse where you can warm up and read some of the beautiful messages of memorial candles in there.
Nice. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about what's around us. This is adorable. The puffins.
Yes,
Tell us about this one.
Our puffins are kind of the favorite.
Yeah.
This was our first season hosting them here, and we're excited to get them all decorated for Christmas.
And what's their names?
Their names are Puff and Finn. Yes.
So we have another scene over here as well. Bruce maybe follows over here. Tell me about what's happening in this area, all the blinking lights here.
Sure. Well, we're actually really excited about this. We had term-8 engineering students from Memorial design this whole space and coordinate lights to music. So they were super excited. We call them our elves, our engineering light festival students, which I think they liked, I'm not sure. But they worked really hard and they were so super dedicated. And this is phase 1. They're going to be doing a touch screen with lights and music for our festival next year, so stay tuned for that.
Bigger and better as the years go on.
Correct, bigger and better. We had to change it up every year.
Right. So how many people come through here during the festival?
Well, last year we had just shy of 17,000 come through. And so our goal this year, we added a couple of extra nights, our goal is 20,000.
That's a lot of people. You can see a big line of people coming behind me here now. Yeah, it's a great time. But this is also a very important fundraiser for the Botanical Garden. This helps you all year long, really. And we're going to talk a bit about that a little bit later in the show. Back to you, Anthony.
But it's that one time that you didn't do your walk around that something like this happens.
Her son is gone, but his colleagues and their safety have become her #1 priority. That story coming up. Welcome back to Here Now. Earlier this year, we reported on a fatal accident at Suncor's Fort Hill site in Alberta that claimed the life of a 24-year-old man from Flat Rock. And until now, little was known about the man or what happened to him. Well, Ariana Kellen brings you this story now about Jonathan Murphy, the family he left behind, and just what went wrong on that day last April.
My name is Jan Murphy, and I'm proud to be part of the building trades.
It's hard when you have a child that was so hard to rear some days, you know, and you see him grow to this fantastic young man, and you don't get to, you tell him, but you don't realize the impact he's made on people.
Terry Murphy is grieving. She's empathetic and she's angry. Her son, Jonathan Murphy, worked as a pipe fitter for less than a year at Suncor's Fort Hills open pit mine, 90 kilometers outside Fort McMurray. He was flying home to Newfoundland the night of April 29th. He never made it off the job site.
He passed away at 3:05, and he was supposed to come home, get on the plane later that evening. So he would have been leaving site around 5:30. He was run over by a truck. The truck backed over him.
A Ford F-350 flatbed truck, driven, Terry Murphy says, by a 19-year-old man who failed to do a walk around his vehicle or beep before moving.
And I understand, like, it's hard. He's 19, you know, and he never meant to do that. Everybody gets complacent in their job sometimes, but it's that one time that you didn't do your walk around that something like this happens. I worry about that young man.
She worries about a lot of people, like Jonathan's high school friends and girlfriend, who are in mourning too. They write her to see if she's okay. Some even made her gifts and brought her flowers on Mother's Day. She worries about the men on the worksite who tried to save her son's life.
I know the day that they're flying, and I know the day that they're coming back. They're on my mind for that 2 weeks, every day.
Murphy says Suncor and Leadcor, the company Jonathan was working for, have been good. She has a direct line to the people at the top. When Murphy wanted her son's co-workers at the funeral, they were sent down. When Murphy wanted mental health help for the tradesmen who tried to save her son, they were given it.
Companies aren't perfect. Human beings aren't perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm sure John made a few. I know he did, because you know, but I can't let them off with it either. There's a responsibility with when you have companies. And they are responsible for looking after the men on that site.
She says she's committed to making sure the companies are doing all they can to make workplaces safe for those left behind, like her new friends, whose connections have been forged in tragedy.
You know, one of the men up there, he got married in Marystown there a couple of months ago, and we were asked to the wedding. And you know, you go out to the wedding, and me and Joe went out, and you're thinking, oh, wow, I'm never going to see this. You know, like I would have liked to seen that, you know, but I understand that not all things come like they should in life, but he was special. He was.
Ariana Kellen, CBC News, Flat Rock.
Well, it seems Carl English will not be suiting up with the St. John's Edge this year. During a recent Here and Now interview, the 39-year-old alluded to a dispute. Weekend coverage in the Telegram indicated English is owed money, a lot of money, by the team's billionaire owner, Erwin Simon. While English doesn't deny that, he says he doesn't want to talk about it either. English was the star shooting guard and general manager for the St. John's Edge, and unless the dispute is resolved, he says he will have no involvement with the organization.
the Edge has given me a platform to come home here and do some great things for the community and for the youth, and I will continue to do that and help out as much as I can. But unfortunately, this is where it's at. I mean, I was ready to go and be involved in everything. I got to just close this chapter because it's taken a toll on me and my family, and hopefully it all works out in the end. If it doesn't, I'm sure I'll be okay.
Well, staying with sports, hometown favorite Brad Guzzu didn't win on the weekend, but there was some good news for one Canadian team in CBS at the Grand Slam of curling. Brad Jacobs and his team from Ontario played almost flawlessly throughout the entire weekend, winning in the finals against the Swedish team yesterday with this shot that you are looking at right now happened in the 8th end. Kaboom. They not only win the glory, but also $35,000. Now, Winnipeg's Jennifer Jones wasn't as lucky in the women's final. She, unfortunately, lost to the team from Sweden.
Well, if you're looking to get into the Christmas mood, the Botanical Garden is the place to be tonight. It's the Merry and Bright Festival, their annual festival. Coming up, we'll talk about how important this is as a fundraiser. Welcome back to Here and Now. We're live tonight at the Munn Botanical Garden where the annual Merry and Bright Festival is happening, and we've moved to a different part of the garden now to have a look at more of the lights. And Kim Ship is back with me, the director of the garden. So can you talk about how important this festival is for fundraising efforts for the garden throughout the year?
Certainly, this is our primary fundraiser for the year, and it's really important to help keep us operating for the rest of the whole season. And it's done an amazing job over the last 4 years of raising our profile in the community. And we continue to have people come and talk about how they want to support local, and they're so happy to be supporting the Botanical Garden.
Can you talk about how, how often people can come, like what the hours are, how much it is, all of that, if someone's thinking about coming down?
Absolutely. So we run every night until next Sunday, December 22nd, although I think that night might be sold out. And so we're open from 5 to 8 every evening, and you get your tickets online, which I suggest you do because we are starting to sell out.
Yeah, and even tonight, how many people are here tonight?
I think we're a little over 1,000 at this point.
Amazing. Yeah, and the wind certainly has not stopped anyone from coming out.
You
it
know,
seems.
it doesn't. Last night it was a little bit drizzly and we had a good crowd, and then we've had snow, and it doesn't really matter. The lights just make it Christmas.
Yeah, great. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. And I have some more folks over here that I was just chatting with, and I'm talking to them about what you're enjoying here tonight. Why don't you tell me your name?
Ben.
Ben, and what's your name?
Anna.
Anna?
Grace.
Grace.
Claire.
Claire. Okay, so Ben, tell me, what do you like most about the festival here tonight?
I like the puffins.
What do you like about them?
That they can fly.
That's awesome. And what about you? What are you enjoying here tonight?
I like the tunnel lights.
Oh, the tunnel with the caterpillar of light, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of pretty lights up there. How about you? What do you like here tonight?
The Snoopy one.
Oh, the Snoopy one. Okay. And what's your favorite?
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Yeah, there's so much to see here tonight, isn't there?
Yeah.
What else are you guys going to do while you're here? Are you going to get any hot chocolate or anything?
We already did.
Oh, you already did. Okay. And so are you just going to continue walking around and looking at all the pretty lights tonight?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And that's it for me here at the Botanical Gardens. Yeah. Good night. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, well, you get some hot chocolate yourself there, Ms. Stokes.
It's like, I don't know where to end. I'm just going to end it that way.
There we go. Beautiful
Thanks,
lights
Anthony.
down there. See ya. That's Karen
gorgeous.
Stokes live at the Botanical Gardens with some kids and managing to smile even though it looks a little frosty out there. Well, from the colorful lights of the Botanical Gardens to the crazy Christmas of mummers. Over the weekend, hundreds of people, boys dressed as women and girls dressed as men, paraded through the streets of downtown St. John's. The annual Mummers Parade has been going strong now for 11 years, and it's expanded now to include much more than the parade. Here now's Jeremy Eaton was there.
Today, right now, we've got the rig up, and as you can see, what's happening behind me is people are coming in. Some are clothed, a lot of them aren't, so they're picking out their clothing to wear and their face masks, and they're rigging up for the parade, which is going to start at 2 o'clock. And after the parade comes back, we're going to end up back here, and we're going to have musicians playing on stage around 2:45. We'll do our scuff and scoff, so some dancing and some purity syrup and some cookies. When people come in for the first time, whether they were, maybe they grew up in town and they didn't experience mummering, or maybe they're new Canadians, it's great to be able to educate people on what mummering is, why we do this tradition, the joy that it brings for people, and how to rig up, how to get ready so you can go out for the parade, and just kind of what the tradition is. So the fact that it happens usually over the 12 days of Christmas, and kind of the hope, of course, is that people continue to mummer afterwards.
I used to do it years ago when we were small. We used to call it the Jannies, but now I got a new name, got the Mummers.
So what was it like when you did it as a boy in Norris Arm?
Just great. We used to take the guitar and the accordion with us and go from house to house and have a drink from every house, and it was wonderful.
I think the first year we had about 300 people, and some years, like I know the past few years, we've had like about 5,000, which is just insane.
Woo! I'm very hot! So why was it important not only to come home for the first time in 3 decades, but to do this parade?
Because I want a Newfoundland Christmas, salt meat, jigs, dinner, mummers, old-fashioned waltzes, shed parties.
Theme was about music and mummering, so we had Bud Davidge come in and talk about the influence of the mummer song, kind of on mummering. We also had an event at the Rooms where we had a local mummer come in, Bev Kane, talk about her experience growing up on the Southern Shore and how music was part of mummering and how that played into it. And then we had a group come out from Heart's Delight, Islington, so that community has a particular Christmas caroling tradition, so they came in and talked about that as well. So a series of public events, workshops, all of which are free, and we'd love to have people come out and learn more about mummering.
Merry Christmas, St. John's, Newfoundland 2019.
Welcome back. Had one of those door snap car memory moments today. Is this wind going to end at any point?
Eventually, yes. It actually
blowing, the squalls.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of wind, but it does look like these winds should die down on Wednesday, as this area of low pressure that's been affecting us will move a little bit further offshore. So let's take a look at what the future tracker is saying as far as weather goes. You can see those squalls still along the west coast, but as I move forward in time, they should actually end, but up through Labrador, still holding on to that chance of flurries and potentially some windy conditions there. Otherwise, maybe some sunshine in the mix for the majority of us all on the island. And then late day, or into the early morning rather, on Thursday, we'll start to see that system move back in. It's going to bring some snow. So here's a look at your temperatures. Not really moving much over the next couple of days. We're going to stay below zero, and that looks like that will be the trend. -4 for St. John's, but again, have that sun icon in there. And then chance of some flurries in the morning hours. That will eventually end though, but -5 for Corner Brook. Same for the Straits, -5 for Happy Valley Goose Bay. And then again, still hanging on to those minus teens through Lab City with that potential for some flurries through the day. So looking ahead, here's overnight into Thursday morning. Again, that snow will blanket most of the Big Land, and then we've got that potential for some flurries moving in again on Thursday. Next weather maker looks like, or at least some snowfall potential along with some windy conditions again on Friday. Onshore flow in this case. So we are looking at the potential for some blowing snow for parts of the Avalon, and then again anywhere really along the northeast coast as we get into that onshore flow. That low will stay offshore, it looks like as of now, but not before bringing some more snow right along with it. So it does look like we're in for a little bit of a snowy couple of days as we head into the weekend. So here's a look at those temperatures. Going to stay below zero until Friday, where we will likely hover just at or above zero, sitting around 1 degree. But again, that potential for flurries will stick around right into Saturday. Could see some accumulating snow in that case as well. Definitely have a couple days to iron that out. For central Newfoundland, sunshine on Wednesday, and then back into that flurry activity. You're going to stay below zero right through the Saturday, with your temperatures recovering overnight slightly, at least getting out of those minus teens back down to about -8 by the time Saturday rolls around. For western Newfoundland, generally gray, maybe a few peaks of sun in the mix, but overall looking at that potential for some flurries again. Going to see those winds ease finally on Wednesday, but pick right back up as we head towards the weekend. Up through eastern Labrador, flurry activity essentially continuing through the week. Temperatures dipping as we head into next weekend, or into the weekend rather, back down to about -20 as your overnight low. And then for western Labrador, minus teens. Again, wind chills tomorrow, keep in mind, will be around the -30 mark. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, those temperatures will jump right back up into the minus single digits before dropping again on Saturday. So let's look at your forecast. I have your weather photo coming up.
Thanks, Ashley. In national news, police gave an update on their investigation into the murder of a Toronto billionaire couple, Barry and Honey Sherman. Frustrated over the lack of progress in the months after the murders, the family had launched their own private investigation. Well, today, police say that has ended.
I would like to thank the Sherman family for their continued support and patience during this very lengthy investigation. Solving this case has always been the priority and responsibility of the Toronto Police Service, and our thoughts are always with the victims and their loved ones.
The Shermans were killed in their mansion 2 years ago. Police say the official probe into their murders continues. They've received hundreds of tips from the public, and they're now asking those who sent information to the private tip line to resend it directly to police. There are new developments in the case of a retired Montreal police officer and amateur hockey coach. He already faces charges related to sexual assault of minors, and now investigators have identified 16 more complainants. François Lamarre appeared in court earlier this month. He's charged with sexual assault as well as sexual touching. It's alleged the incidents span a 25-year period from 1972 to 1997. Police say they involve 4 young boys who were between the ages of 9 and 16 at the time. Investigators say they have received dozens of calls from right across the country since the case was first publicized. Lamarre is due back in court on Thursday. Well, getting back to this province now, Rainbow Riders got an early Christmas gift this past weekend. Northeast Eagles hockey players wanted to help other kids take part in the group's therapeutic riding program, and what started out as a small gift quickly grew into something bigger. Here now's Jeremy Eaton stopped by to check it out.
3, 2, 1. Eagles!
They started out just a very small initiative, maybe to provide some free riding to our riders, and it turned into an amazing initiative that garnered corporate support and individual support. They basically asked us what our biggest need was, and right now, because we have 16 horses in our stable, you know, feeding them, getting the hay from the coverall to the actual stable, getting water up to our paddocks, that's become a lot more arduous. So basically, we asked if we could have maybe a gator, which is, I guess, a piece of farm equipment. It's a sport utility that has a hydraulic lift.
We've presented Rainbow Riders with a check of $21,500. Businesses started to match the amount of money we raised, and we are receiving donations from businesses too.
There was a lot of motivation for them, I think, to raise the money because they saw what it did. So in one way, I'm not shocked because I saw how passionate they were, and they're all fine young gentlemen, and I'm real amazing examples for others.
And how proud are you of you and your teammates here today to be able to do this? How proud of you are those guys over there?
Very proud.
Take a look at this beautiful shot. This photo was sent to us by Josh Seward. I'll tell you, it's nice, eh?
It's beautiful.
I'll tell you where this is too when we come back.
Personally, I feel a warm meal is being able to stay together with family and share a very delicious meal on a Christmas day.
The food bank does a really important job, especially in the holidays,
A warm meal means comfort.
To me, it means community.
Means a lot to me that I have the capacity to have a nice warm meal.
A warm meal can warm more than one heart.
We're talking about warm meals. Obviously, this kind of weather would be nice. But yesterday, before we get to the picture, was a weird day for getting my tree.
Yeah.
Because you could actually do it in a T-shirt.
Yeah, you certainly
Look,
could.
I had theme music for it too. Yeah, so yeah, you could get a T-shirt put up in your car. Usually you're freezing cold. Yesterday was incredible, and now we are back at it.
Well, right back into Christmas or cold weather. Yeah, absolutely.
But you had a Christmassy photo for us?
I do.
Let's
I
take
have
a
a
look at that
beautiful
again.
photo for you. Take a look at this one. I think, do you have any idea where that is?
Not really.
No, it's the Big Land. In Hopedale, actually.
I wasn't even going to get whether it was Labrador or the island right there.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful shot. Just love those views. Thank you so much to Josh Seward for sending that photo in. And if you have any gorgeous photos that you'd like to share with us, send them to nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Please do. And if you're out there driving, of course, be careful this time of year. It's a pretty busy time.
It's a perfect day on the West Coast, or night, I should say, to stay in and wrap presents.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Netflix. Whatever.
Or Netflix.
Or CBC television. Sorry. What was I thinking? Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.